All right, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me here because I'm trying to do this with one hand and trying to play the expert videographer with my cell phone, if you can just imagine. Okay, now you've seen all this kind of stuff before. Welcome aboard. You know, Lowrance does a very good job at this kind of thing. Blase, blase, blase. Your standard, of course, setup instructions and, you know, Lowrance Simrad and other languages, all that kind of good stuff. But here we are trying to get to the nuts and bolts now, aren't we? All right. There it is. Nice cover. It looks quite a bit like the normal one, but a little more aesthetically rather pleasing. So, let's see if I can get this off without tearing things up. Bear with me for a second. Yes, of course, I got the dreaded can't do it with one hand syndrome. Hold tight. Get this, pop the top off. Put that back up here on the table. Okay, as I said, I just popped the top off. There it is. It's the cover. You know, just a normal Lowrance cover. Nothing's changed too much there. But I said it's very aesthetically pleasing. And there you have the unit. Of course, it's laid back. I got it kicked back a little bit, and there we go. Now, things I've seen when I was looking for description myself, and it was lacking at best. In these videos, it can be kind of difficult to imagine the actual physical size of things, if you will. So, what I'm going to attempt to do is give you some quick measurements just so you have an idea of the actual physical size. I think it's very helpful for people that might want one. There you go. Okay. Now you actually know. It's not quite 11 inches. Sorry for the fumbling around here because obviously I'm doing it with one hand, obviously. Yeah. It's almost exactly 11 inches wide. And it's almost exactly, let's say, 6.5 inches tall. Pretty close, somewhere abouts. So there you have that. Now, you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, this is completely new for late 2018. It's the 2019 version of the Lowrance. I, in particular, I'm not big on the great big ones, on the great big graphs. So that's why I chose this particular size, and I'm glad I did, because it's actually quite large enough for me. And wait till you get a load of the clarity of this thing. Okay, these are quad-core processors. And as I said earlier, the only reason I'm doing this is because I didn't see hardly any HDS 9s. And this is this way simply because places don't have them in stock yet. So you're not seeing a lot of them. But anyway, moving right along, as you can see, the glass itself is flush with the front of the unit. Now, I know you've heard this before on other videos. The door itself for the access of the mini SIM card is now magnetic, open and closed. it accepts 2 cards, 32 gigabyte or smaller, which is awesome. Now there's no more problems like you had with the first gens, second gens, third gens, and carbons, which, by the way, sorry folks, they're discontinuing them because of the live units that have come out. Now, moving around to the back, this thing is really good looking. It's really nice and sleek, really good looking unit. So here's the back. This is so difficult with one hand, you have no idea. On the top, you have an external on the top, so to speak, GPS that's in its housing on the top, obviously. And now your plugs on the bottom are as such. As you can tell if you've watched videos of the HDS 7 live, now there are 2 on the 9 version of the Ethernet plugs. Right here, of course, to power, and then the transducer, and all those goodies. So that's what it looks like on the back. Again, different from the 7, the 9 has 2 Ethernet plugs. Okay, so that's that with the 9-inch unit. Let me put that aside for a second. What else is in our box? What else is in our box? I know what else is in here because I didn't screw around. I got it with the 3-in-1 transducer because to me it doesn't make sense to not have a transducer with it. Okay, so there's the bracket. There's the bracket that it goes on, obviously. And once again, me fumbling. Okay. There's your bracket. I'm sorry that it's upside down, but there's the width of the bracket. It is almost exactly 12 inches wide at the base. I'm trying to be helpful to you because these were my concerns when I was looking at it myself. What was what and how big was it physically, and it's kind of important to me, and I hope that it's important to you as well. So back in the box, there it is, 3-in-1 transducer. Okay, and you can tell this because, as you can see, the cable comes right out the front. And that's how that works. So, that's it right there, the transducer. Now, again, in the box, there's the power cord. It's the same normal power cord that you get with your older units. The carbons, the Gen 1s, 2s, 3s. As you can see, obviously, this unit aesthetically is much more pleasing to the eye. You've got 3 different mount options, hence the reason for the template here. There's the template. That's what you can measure, because you can literally mount this on your console flush, where this is all you see. You don't see these little lips behind it, nothing. It's just flush with the screen. You can literally put it in your console like that. Love this. This is the transducer mount, and as you can see, it's all steel, and they listened. See the slot cut in there? That slot is there to route this cord through it. Before, the slot wasn't there for the first gens, second gens, and third gens of the HDSs. And it kind of sucked. Didn't look professional when you installed it. And, yeah, not cool. Here's your little cap hardware, cap plugs, covers, fuse block, and all that provided by Lowrance, of course. And, of course, the stainless mounting hardware and little bitty zip strips and all that kind of stuff. And, of course, the instructions, and yes, the Lowrance decal. I hope this was helpful to you. As I said, this thing is night and day different than the previous versions, and this is why I bought it. I'm so glad that I waited, because I wasn't going to wait, and then I thought, no, let's see what comes out, because I was hearing some clamorings, some scuttlebutt on the street about something big with Lowrance, and yes, here it is. So there you have it, down and dirty. I hope this was educational for you as much as it was me. Sorry for the fumbling in the video, but hey, there's gonna be more to come. Please subscribe to my channel. I hope you will. And that was the rest of the story. Have a wonderful day, and keep on chasing Finn. Bye-bye now.